So as it turns out, gold is indeed the king. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Nordhold. Last time around we made some huge improvements. Went from wave 15 to wave 28, fought 2 new bosses, and it turns out that early investment actually does pay off. Which means today we're going to be trying that again and hopefully reaching wave 30. At least that's the dream, that's the goal. Not sure if that will work out, we'll see. Starter bonus. All these are good. First boss. Let's go with two rerolls. Yeah. Okay. We also unlocked a ton of meta progression, which are the persistent upgrades. We should probably go for those as well. How do we want to proceed? How do we want to begin, to be more precise? I say let's go with the worker. And we can kick things off the same way as I did previously, which is burn everything on gold. I just go with gold first, into upgrades and improvements. Now what I also want to check out, Oracle. I think this might also be new. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a week. There's so many great games coming out, guys. It's insane. Can't really keep up. I'm not sure if we've seen this before. Castle upgrades. Yeah, so also another kind of concept, first of all, and just put down an archer tower over here, because that's going to be the first thing. And let's kick this off. First couple of waves are completely straightforward. Okay, so now we can invest our gold. I think I'm going to go with passive wood income, with endless woods, so that we can get that going. Another volcano mortar going down, or the first volcano mortar going down. This is going to be some nice AoE. Let's go with the next wave. Okay, easy. So what I want to do is essentially invest before I build things. So what I mean is, here we have a ton of upgrades. Workers generate gold, probably not something that I want to pick up just yet. But then we have the economy budget. All building upgrades become a lot cheaper. So this is probably something that I want to pick up before I start picking up all those other upgrades. So this actually may have been a mistake to not go for these before I picked up like endless woods. Because I'm pretty sure those are the building upgrades. Actually, let's go with that. Let's pick that up. Oh, and it even, of course, it's also going to take away some of these costs as well. Even better. Yeah, I think that's a good investment. Probably, like I said, I probably should have gone with that before I picked up the Endless Woods one. But that's okay for now. Next time I'll try to pay attention. And now the real question is, what do we want to do? Because if I want to put down towers, then it makes sense to go with the workshop first, because that will make our towers 10% cheaper. Or we can just go with the guild hall and start building up that nice little gold income, which is actually what we're going for. So I think I'm just going to pop down the guild hall. Okay, now can we hold the next wave without putting down additional towers? Because if yes, then next time around I'll try to go with workshop, except I won't have the wood to do so. Okay, so never mind. Okay, bleeding debuff on impact or wood production. So that can pay off a lot, actually, in the long run. But bleeding is actually huge, because that will pay off a lot more in the long run, I think. Especially against, like, big units. Now, the other thing we tried out last time around is going with this auto leveling thingy, so that we don't have to manually upgrade like 50 towers, which got out of hands real quickly. I just so far didn't really experience that many towers other than last episode, so that's why I didn't go with these. But now I'm just gonna say let's go for the base damage for now, and I'm going to apply this to all the towers, so press H. I'm also going to select the volcano mortar, and here I think I'm also going to go with some base damage and apply for all the towers of the same type. Okay. Now this one we probably need another volcano mortar, and like I said, yeah, I messed this up because I cannot pick this up just yet. But now we once again have a ton of gold that we can burn. For each different type of tower, with at least 5 built towers of its type, additional gold is produced. Okay. Reduces the construction cost of village buildings by 15%. So once again, this is another thing that I should have picked up before I started building buildings, like for example the gold mine. Probably not that big of a deal, but still could make a difference in the long run. Okay, so now that we don't have anything, let's invest more into gold, and then we can just invest in other things. Okay, I think I'm going to go with another volcano mortar. This should still be enough, I think. Barely. Okay. Encountering elite enemies, probably something that we do in fact want to pick up. Because it turns out that's amazing. Because elite enemies drop chests, and chests can contain resources or relics even. Which is awesome. Okay. So many choices. Like, it's actually insane. We could start building up our... Yes, our stone passive income. Problem is if I pick this up... Wait, we'll have 26. Hold on a minute. Oh, that will be enough. Perfect. So I can pick this up first and then go for this. And it's no longer going to be 23. It was just 18. Perfect. Okay. Now another big concept that I want to go with. I just don't want to bore you guys by not progressing in the game. So I think I'm just going to pop down an arc tower. Is essentially... First, we need a big line of defense that can pop the spawner units and also the shield-bearing units or barrier carrier units, right? Because if they don't go down, then defense in the back is not going to do anything. So what I'm seeing so far is that essentially we have two categories that we need to take care of. We need to take care of the big heavy hitter units and also the spawners, the barrier carriers, so the tough units, right? And we need to pop those with maybe runestone towers or arrow towers, so on and so forth. And then we need another layer of defense, which will take out all the minions that spawn from them, which are significantly weaker, but there's a big number of them. So for those, we are going to need arc towers, even the volcano mortars, that category, in my opinion, excuse me, might go for other kinds of towers just to experiment with those. But this is essentially the two categories I'm seeing right now: the big units and then the minions, which come in mass. So we try to focus on those this time around. Okay. One chest and building upgrade costs is further decreased. I still don't know what this trading ship is. Brings 40 gold and one random common banner choice. I think I want to go for the chest because this can potentially boost a lot of things. And we can just grab ourselves a bunch of stone, or we can just grab more gold. Actually, if that's the play that we're going for right now, which is going for a ton of stone or a ton of gold, excuse me, then absolutely. Let's go with this. Or before that, no, we have maxed out on that. Perfect. We don't have that many towers of the same type. Could grab this. If we have some additional gold, then we will. Okay, and then passive income for wheat. That will allow us to build more workers. Okay, now what's the next passive income? Well, officially it should probably be more gold, right? Or we should start putting some people. We could get two of these. Actually take one guy off of gold and put that, because that's going to be a huge difference. Look at that. 15 stone difference, stone production difference. Okay, problem is we weren't able to build another tower this time. Oh, now these are good tiles. Problem is we have an elite, which you probably won't be able to take out. Okay, so not the best. Plus it dealt 3 damage to our village, which is actually pretty bad. Plus we didn't get the chest. Volcano Monocorus is burn on impact. Okay. Yeah, I think it's good that we're investing, but we should probably start building up actual defense right now. I'm thinking this is actually a good spot to build like a big chunk of that heavy hitting defense I was talking about. Well, this doesn't really make sense to do. What we could do is build a few arrow towers over here. These were the ones that pop the enemy. We put down a shadow tower to start cursing. And then runestone tower over here. I'm not sure if that's better to think about the angles. This could also be a nice choke point to take. Yeah, let's actually take this. With the runestone tower, okay. And I'm pretty sure we don't have enough for another worker. No, we need 60, although we can also decrease that significantly. Might even just do that. Because the next one will be 42, so we could even pick it up, except we don't have the wood to do so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one more guy off of this and send him into wood. And that will allow us to build a house next time around. Okay. So we can't really go cheap on towers. That would just screw us over, especially losing out on the elites. Okay, now this is good. They didn't even get that far. Perfect. Okay, now as for the arc tower, what do we want to do with the arc tower? Ooh, that's a tough one. Well, essentially, if we go with the concept that I mentioned previously, that the arc tower is going to be part of the team that will take out the big chunks of enemies and the weak enemies, then probably going for fire rate isn't a bad idea. Could even go with crit chance. Both of them are good. But I think if these actually start firing faster, then that's going to be good for us in the long run. We're just experimenting. Seeing what we can do. Probably another arrow tower, unless... No. house, and then another worker. Perfect. I think I'm gonna put that worker back onto gold, because then we can do this. Master Riches, unlock. Source of Wealth, level 3. So there is actually one more passive. Ooh. 30 passive income. Now that's huge. We're already making 50 gold. Plus, we have the Guild Hall that's also making gold for us. We're at 70. That's actually awesome. Okay. So yeah, there is definitely an argument for going with different order. So that you invest before you do the building, before you upgrade, before you grab building upgrades, before you build towers, so on and so forth. Okay, just freeze some of them. Okay, so this is exactly what I wanted. By the time they get here, they should be weak. There should only be a few of them. Okay, finally we got the chest. Okay. Relics. I believe this is also something that we have seen last time for the first time. Nice. All towers deal plus 10 damage. Demolishing towers now only refunds 10% of their original cost. We never really refunded towers, that's the thing. Or I mean, I never demolished towers. So I mean, sure, 10% damage for every single tower. Okay. If the light points of the village shield are below 50%, you receive plus 2 energy. Now this is huge if you go with a bunch of spells and spell damage. I mean, sure, we can claim that gold, get some upgrades. Plus 1 banish per tower types you have chosen banners for. This is probably a nice high level thing. I'm just not there yet to understand, to really need this. I'm not gonna go for that. Like I said, it's probably a bad choice. I accept it. Okay, so now we have a ton of gold that I want to burn and also want to invest before. So first things first. Okay, and then workers generate. Okay, so we'll get back to that. So I want to build towers. So first I'm going to grab the workshop. What do we have in here? Tower upgrades become cheaper. Now that's huge. Reduces tower construction cost by further percentage. We can do that. So now every single tower that we're going to put down this round will become cheaper. Perfect. We can also go with this, but I would rather further improve our passive income, or better yet, reduce the stone cost, and then reduce the wood cost as well, which is even better. Okay. We could even reduce the gold cost. The problem is I kind of want to use the gold for some runestone towers this time around. Okay, so I'm not going to go with that. What I'm going to do is, I don't know. How much is the next one? 56. Okay, we'll have that. Not that big of a deal. Okay. So what can we put down and where? I still want to focus on this big choke point over here. Yeah, I think this is good. Another runestone tower over here. Okay. What else? Well, another air tower would be nice. We can go with another shadow tower. So this will start weakening them. They'll get over here. This will start dealing a big chunk of damage to them. Hopefully even take out the big ones. And then they will, and only after that, they will come down here to essentially the gauntlet of like big AoE. This is targeting the biggest group. It's probably target the biggest group with the arrow towers as well. Or the arc towers as well. Come to think of it. Is that a bad idea? I mean, that might not be a crazy idea, actually. And then target the closest to the thingy. It is like a big chunk. Large amount of units coming our way. Attack that. And then when you don't have that large amount of units, then just target the weakest. Or the closest to the village. Okay, we'll see. We'll see where that gets us. I think around wave number 2 and 3, I made a few mistakes by not putting down some additional towers. So we can't really, like I said, we can't really skip all that many towers. Okay, so this is dealing the kind of damage that I was thinking about. And then now we need to improve the base behind us. Okay. Next 5 waves, the chance of encountering uncommon banners increases. Next 5 waves, the gold from in your guild hall can be claimed, but 17 gold will be added automatically each wave. So essentially we need to stick with the gold that we are producing. But if we survive, essentially if we survive the next wave, which is going to be the boss wave, then we're going to have a ton of gold going forward. Haven't really got that many banners yet, actually. I think both of these are perfect. Only problem is we really didn't get all that many banners so far. Yeah, let's go with the banners. Perfect. Oh, and we have some weakness. Weakness decreases the enemy's defense attributes. It also increases the duration of the weakness buff. That is exactly what we're looking for. The other two were also good. Now, what should we go with the runestone tower, which is also a great question. Remember, we're going to be focusing on bosses and high HP units. I mean, base damage would be a good choice as well, because it fires really fast. Crit chance equally, or maybe increasing the range, come to think of it. Because then it's going to attack them for a longer time, essentially, because the range is higher. But let's go with a few base damage and go from there. Okay, now as for the shadow, I just want fire rate in this one, because I want this to curse as many units as possible. Okay, so how much resources do we have? Well, not too much. So this will be 20. Problem is I want a few more towers back here. I definitely want an arrow tower. Just for single target damage, and then back here, kind of want a frost tower as well, just to slow them down. Slow them down once they enter this location. Okay, and now we don't have anything back there, which is kind of sad. Because if we cannot take out the boss with this, then it's kind of over. Well, let's see. Would be horrible to lose the first boss. Especially last round. Last round, I don't even know how we got that far. Okay, no, these don't matter. The boss matters. Okay, and the boss is almost dead, so I think we're actually good to go. And we should be good to go. Okay. Not too happy. Aura. Okay. The duration of bleeding is increased by 3. Boost crit damage by 75% for all towers. I mean, yeah, that's going to affect all the towers. Awesome. Runestone towers increase their damage for each second they continuously attack the same target. This is exactly what we need for bosses. Yes, the other arc tower thing was also amazing, but this is exactly what we're playing for with the runestone towers. Okay, nice. So what's next? We could go with the tavern and increase the productivity of our guys. I think we'll grab this at this point. A couple of extra gold per worker. 5 of the same towers. Do we even have that just yet? No, we do not. Okay, so I don't want to invest prematurely. Here the trading post where you can trade resources. Okay. What's the hero tower, by the way? For every 10th kill by spells cast by the hero, receive 2% spell damage. Gain 15, 30, 50% spell damage. Ooh. Increases the spell energy. Holy shit. This is a lot of amazing stuff. Receive spell damage for boss skill. Man, I should have picked. I didn't know this was here. Increases hero spell damage each. Oh my god. Okay, we need these meta progressions. Absolutely. I mean, this is crazy. These are also pretty good. We didn't pick up the one with the spell damage, right? No. Okay. Okay. No worries. What's next? I think I'm going to invest in further passive income. I'm going to pick this up as well. Okay, like that. So we won't be able to build any gold-based towers, but that's okay for the time being. And back here, I'm going to continue building up this location, which is about AoE. And here I want to expand on our single target damage. That's actually good. It's going to affect a lot of hexes. And so with that. Okay, let's go with those. Worker? A new worker. What should you do? I kind of want to start building towers now. I mean, the gold is still good because we still have a lot of things to improve, especially these, even these. So yeah, the gold is good, but at the same time, I also want to start building up some towers. Okay, let's go with this. Let's see. We have an elite. Okay, we need a lot more AoE back there. Yeah, because this isn't going to hold in the long run. Okay, good to know. Let's go with stone. Go with stone because that can be even more arc towers. I think we kind of need to group things up, like, for example, here, and then put down a frost tower to slow everything down here. And maybe even... Did we see the tornado tower before? I'm pretty sure I built one of these, I just didn't even see what they did. Fires tornadoes that damage enemies. This is along their path. This is exactly... It kind of sounds like exactly what we need right now. Okay, now that's a lot of extra AoE. And here we're going to continue building up our little choke point. That's going to take out a lot of big enemies. Okay. I think I'd rather go with passive income. Still. Because they don't have that many workers in those locations. So boosting their productivity doesn't really make sense. What is this? Supply depot. Well, it's the construction of outposts. So what can we do in here? Build outposts on the battlefield to harvest resources and reinforce towers. Additionally, improvements can be made to outposts. Oh, wait a second. Here are the outposts. Use the surrounding trees to make wood. So that's what all this shit is. Excuse me. Because it was either the first episode or the second episode where I literally said that there's no way you cannot do anything with these things. There's no way that this is just cosmetic. Having these trees, gold veins, stone, and all that stuff. So this is what they do. As you can collect from those. Okay, we'll see how much that is. Because that might be a game changer. Haven't built a single outpost before. Okay, now real improvement is going to come from here. Oh, that's good. It's not the best, but it's getting there. Okay. The percentage of spell damage bonus is added to the runestone tower damage. Ooh, we can combo that with that building we just discovered. Or we can increase the area effect of volcano mortars. Let's go with runestone tower damage because we can combo it with which one was that? This one. Okay, then we'll use our spells, but this spell energy, yeah, we kind of need this. Going to be at 50%. So that means 50%. 10% of the 50% will be added to runestone tower damage. Okay. I mean, I'm not even sure. Let's go with the tavern. And we can increase the tavern. Can even go with the all-thing feast. We don't have that many workers, or do we? I mean, we could grab a worker next time around. Problem is that will also require 60 wood to be burned. Or we can just go with the all-thing feast and gain 30% productivity. Right now. For all the workers. Let's see. Okay, whatever. Frost towers, okay. Frost towers. I mean, the fire rate could also work, and so can the range. Range would increase by 0.5. Fire rate, yeah, it makes sense that the fire rate won't increase by that much because that's the whole point of this tower. If we could just spam out damage, then it would be insane. Going with the range. Okay, let's go with the range. So even if we don't have good hexes, we can still put them down. Runestone tower. Kind of running out of good hexes over here. This may not have been a good spot to build all this. Okay, well, we can still manually increase the range of it. Now the problem is we're getting into like block territory. So I think we kind of need to move away from base damage and go into accuracy from this point on, because if we're not going to deal damage because they're just going to get blocked, then that's also not really a good thing. So I'm just going to set everything to go for accuracy from this point on. We'll see if that's a good choice. Hope it is. Yeah, all of these already have block capabilities, so that's not the best. Now, the towers in the back have like insane DPS. This I'm not really worried about. Okay. was a little bit too slow on that. Let's go for Ice Strike. And I forgot that I need to cast spells. Okay. Enemies within the radius inflict slow. Yes. Or freeze. Literally freeze them. Let's go with freeze. Okay. We'll go for further spell damage. But I think each worker generates 4 gold per wave, so that would be 24. Just right off the bat. Yeah. Okay. And which one do we want from these, I wonder? Fire rate for arrow towers actually makes sense. Crit chance for runestone towers also makes sense, because they fire super fast. Let's go with arrow towers. I want to invest more into arrow towers. Your next upgrade to barrier damage has a 10 times effect. So we can dedicate an entire tower for barrier damage. Increase life points of the village shield by 10. I'm absolutely gonna pick that up. All your towers gain... This is exactly what we need, so we don't have to invest all the auto upgrades into this. And let's pick this up as well. And by the way, I completely forgot that I should be picking up these as well, because tower upgrades become a lot cheaper. Shit, I might even burn the gold we have over here. Just to grab 2 of those. Okay. Okay, now we can build outposts. So check this out. So, which one do we want? So this makes wood, stone, gives surrounding towers more damage. So this also kind of reinforces the idea that we're going for right now, which is to pile towers on top of each other, or at least next to each other. So not just spread them out across the map, but make like groups of defensive layers, essentially. General collect extracts wood, stone, and gold from the surrounding area. 108 wood. Wow, what the hell? Are these like better spots? I guess. Well, then the 16 spot is insane. So this will, by itself, generate 18 wood, 10 stone, and 4 gold. Okay, how much is that compared to, let's say, the dedicated wood? That'll be 18 wood. Wait, how much was this? Oh, that was all. Oh, so this is just okay, I see. I mean, we don't have a dedicated gold mine, so might as well go with this, right? Okay. No, that actually... Okay, so that's a huge thing. That is actually huge. Wow. Let's increase the range of these guys. Okay, and we might not even need to go for the accuracy after this. Crit chance would be huge. Let's experiment with crit chance, yep. Oh, this can also level up. The tornado. Okay, so the tornado fires relatively quickly and could fire even faster. I mean, going for faster shots for this layer. There's just so many choices. I'm honestly not sure if that's a good play. Oh shit, we have a purple HP elite. I think I might need to use the spell for that. Actually, just slow this down once it gets close. Okay, so just... Oh, that will actually freeze him. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, and then this... Yeah, that's the AoE part of things. Now, what this also means, if any like big boss or elite gets to this point, this area over here, then it's over. Because this is not for dealing damage, this is just dealing a lot of small damage to a lot of small enemies. In the next 5 waves, the research duration of active and future research will be reduced by 1. I still don't know what that research is and where it comes from. In the next 5 waves, the upgrade cost of towers are reduced by 1 level. Barriers will be 2 times as high. I don't want to take that chance. Might be worth it, like I said, but faster enemies, not really a fan of that. Let's go for more banners. Okay, now that's a lot of resources. Could technically go for the next worker, but that would be 60 wood for the house and then a bunch of wheat for the worker itself. It's a big investment for another worker. I know that technically pay off. And we can just also invest in outposts as well. I'm not sure if that worker investment is actually going to pay off, and I'd rather just go with a few outposts. Let's say a stone outpost somewhere. So if I can just freely scan the battlefield for the best hexes, then why aren't the hexes just displayed in by default? You know what I mean? So I can just do this and find the best location. So why just not have everything displayed at once instead of only displaying the ones next to the outpost that I'm highlighting? If that makes sense. Okay, so this was a big eco round so far. I think I want more of these freezes. Freeze over there and a freeze over there. Increase the range of that like crazy. That's gonna be 15. I mean, we can still get away with that. Now back here, because we're focusing on fire rate, I kind of want to manually start boosting the damage of these towers. Because it also doesn't make sense if these guys don't deal damage. Okay. 23 gold left. I don't think we can burn that into anything. Blueprints. The first outpost costs less wood. Shit. Also didn't know about that. Okay, nothing in here. Nothing in here. Well, here we have a ton of things, but we don't have a worker. Could grab 2 of these. Not sure. Not sure about when to invest in workers. Yeah, the best thing would be to immediately pick up all the workers. Okay, so let's see this area. Frost towers aren't really doing all that much that I had anticipated. It kind of feels like we're on the edge, you know what I mean? Like we're very close to dying and then just everything getting through. Increase the movement speed of all tornadoes. Crit chance of arc tower. Also increases crit damage to a certain share. That's kind of crazy. So we should go with crit chance for the arc towers. Is that what you're saying? Because we can. Sure. I still didn't burn the next barrier damage. I think it could be like a big tower somewhere. Like this one. Yeah, so they will definitely get a few shots off of a barrier. Let's grab the barrier damage. And indeed, there's going to be 1100%. Okay. Now, the only problem is that normally those barrier guys will teleport over the first tower they see. So I think just for bullshit, I'm just going to put a tower over here. So they will teleport over this one and they will get into range of the barrier carrier tower. That makes sense. Hopefully that wasn't that big of an investment. Okay, now this position is actually kind of tight. Too tight. I think we might need to start building up like another area. Now this has a great choke point actually. Only problem is the hexes are pretty shit. I mean... But over here though, it's also pretty good. We can put one over here. Put a weakening tower over here. And then we can continue building this up. That's also a possibility. Let's grab a few basic stuff. Some fire rate and maybe some range. And then later on we'll have to focus on penetration as well. There's the next step. Okay, now here we don't have the wood for that, but next time I should probably remember to pick up a next worker. Because it came naturally. Okay. Let's explore that. Okay, this isn't going to do all that much. But we're building that up. Down here is when the real shit begins. Probably more frost towers are in order. Okay, the elite is down. And what's over here? Yeah, and they started breaking through. So this is what I meant. This down here is not strong enough. For each wave where tower has dealt 0 DPS, it permanently receives plus 5% damage. Currently that only applies to the 2 towers in the back. if they don't get through. The banner you have picked the most is always offered in banner choice events. Wow. That's cool. That's actually very cool. Okay, so now we definitely need to work on this location down here. There's probably more arc towers, which is actually super cheap, because we haven't built all that much of them. Let's go with some more arc towers, as much as we can. Preferably in better hexes, that's all. Okay, not too happy about that. So because they are sharing the crit chance percentage with the crit damage, I'm gonna go with crit chance. Any better hexes for this? Oh, wait a second. Worker. So that means we need a house. And we cannot build any more outposts. Or wait, we can. I just have it selected. Nope, we cannot. Okay. Would have been a nice exploit. Okay. I might need to remove a few workers. Or let's go with the passive income, and then I'm just gonna remove a worker, which in total there's gonna be less gold coming in, but I want to start focusing on these other things as well. Okay, more arrow towers in this location. Should we actually start building up this one up here? I think we kind of need to go for this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so these barriers have... Oh, wait a second. If this is the barrier focus, then it should be like this. I screwed that up. Okay, perfect. That takes out the barriers. Okay. This is the gauntlet. This is going to take out everyone else. Okay, that's nice. Perk unlock, torn out page. Okay, pretty good. Jesus Christ, what the hell is that outside? Holy shit, I don't know. Loud AF. Increases the tavern's productivity bonus further, and this is a meta progression, so this will always be here. Plus you can further increase the service. Okay, that's huge. Now each one of our workers is actually worth a lot. University, I don't think we've ever picked this up. Problem is it's 128 wood. Holy shit. Brewery is also 100. Oh, this is the research that one of the banners was talking about. Okay, I just don't know if I want to get started right now. 100 and something. Because I don't know how good those researches are, if that's what it's getting. Now we definitely have a tower of the same type. Yeah, and that's going to give us a whole lot of... Actually, we are making 136 gold passively without having a singular worker over there. Okay, then I'm going to just distribute them across wood and stone. Okay. I think we should probably keep building up this location at this point. And we even have enough for another stonemason. Okay. So far 7 seems to be the best. Oh, we have an 8 over here. Okay, let's pop that down. This is actually sick. And we can put down a volcano mortar, which we probably should. Maybe in the back. This is technically one area. Probably a few more frost towers here in the future wouldn't hurt. Let's explore. Okay, so that's focusing. That's good. So in theory, this tower should be the one taking off all the barriers, and it is. Check that out. Perfect. Now we're starting to have armored enemies. So that means we also need to start working on penetration. Okay, I'm just using that. 66% spell damage, which also means that Runestone towers are getting small increases in damage. Crit chance of Arc Tower increases the crit damage by 123%. I mean, that's the share. Okay, or Tornado Towers give stone each wave and strike with increased crit chance. Holy shit. Increased crit chance or sharing? You know what, let's play. Let's just go for that. Elite enemies HP reduced to 75%. Hell yes. The next tower construction or the next construction in general, building tower outpost is for free. Wow. That's gonna be the university. Dude, we're gonna get the university for free. Okay. Next banner reroll gives the same banners back, but increases the rarity by 1 grade. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, let's... Yes. Okay, so let's see. Wow. Choose from various research options that unlock after completing a few waves. Each completed research increases the duration of future research. We have economy, luck, and war. Worker hire cost is minus 30%. I mean, for this to actually pay off, you need to get the university extremely quickly. Trading ships, I still don't know what a trading ship is. Outpost cost minus 20%, now that's huge. One per banner choice, at least at banner choice events. Also huge. Statue power, plus 20%. All towers, plus 15%. Ooh, now this is a good eco investment in the future. This could also be a good kind of like a war investment in the future. I'm just gonna go with this. This would cost... We'll finish in wave 20, which is actually gonna be the boss wave. Okay. Okay. So now we're actually getting close to the boss wave, so I don't really want to burn resources for outposts. Not that it's burning like in a bad fashion, it's just that, you know, I'd rather just start building up our defenses a lot more. Don't really have the stone to do so though. We'll go for some arrow towers actually. As much as we can. Okay, and then we can further increase the AoE guys back here. Maybe a shadow tower even. Just weaken whoever comes into this gauntlet essentially. Okay. I'm gonna go with a few penetration as much as I can. For these ones, and that's about it. Okay. Not the happiest, but we still have a wave. Build up our defenses. Not too confident, honestly. I feel like I may have invested a little bit too much in the beginning or something. I mean, I don't really remember the previous round, if we did better or worse. Okay, let's freeze this guy, or take it out in general. Oh, it's not too bad. I'm just afraid that the boss is just going to walk past everything. Okay. Spell damage increased, or the next 5 waves your tower construction costs are reduced by 25%, but the cost reduction of tower upgrades per wave is no longer applied. But for that 5 wave, or in general forever? I'm not sure if this is... If both of these statements apply for the next 5 waves, or the second statement applies forever. You know what, we'll see. Although the 30% is also insane. But yeah, going for 25% decrease in towers. Tower cost is actually huge. Okay. So I definitely want to work on this area as much as possible. Let's increase the range because it's a very bad hex. Okay, let's make another runestone tower somewhere that actually... I mean, these are just really bad hexes. Yeah, I probably should have actually built this up a lot better. I don't know what this is going to do having a few towers over there. I'd rather just have this and then 1 more arrow tower. Okay, maybe 2 more arrow towers, 3 more arrow towers. Holy shit. 4 more arrow towers, okay. Yeah, but we're doing a lot of experimentation this run, that's for sure. We're doing everything completely different than we did previously. I'm not sure where this is going to lead us. I'm guessing it's RIP. Let's see. I'm scared of this boss because I'm pretty sure it's... No, it doesn't. No, wait. Oh, wait, does the wave 25 boss that has armor? Okay, then maybe going for penetration was a complete waste of resources in general. Wow. Okay, and here I just want to freeze this guy. Oh, he's not really taking damage. Look at that. Holy shit. And he's also regening health. Okay, well that was a little bit of a luck. But we have a lot of low Okay, that was the research. Yeah, that was pretty sloppy. Damn, dude. Your towers can no longer receive level up for the next 4 waves, but all towers receive plus 40% fire rate permanently. Yes. Yes, please. Frost towers exchange their slow effect for increased damage. No, that's the whole point of Frost towers, is to slow them down. But this, on the other hand, holy shit, that is exactly what we needed previously for this wave. Okay. At this point, I really should have picked up all this stuff. Yeah. This should have been picked up a long time ago. I actually just completely forgot that these were actually a thing. Even pick up a worker. Holy shit. Yeah, I just tunnel visioned to building towers and going for some more fancy shit. And I completely forgot that I didn't actually finish the researches from these, which you know, in the long run, that can actually pay off. That's also crazy. Plus the spell damage. Statue power. Oh yeah, the statue. Does this one, right? Strengthen a tower type. Did we see this before? Man, I should probably record more episodes right next to each other, because every single episode, somewhere along the line, I say, did we see this before? Have we seen this before? If you're watching this right next to each other, you're like, what the hell, man? Okay, Blessed Tower. Volcano Mortar damage, Arrow Tower damage, Runestone or Arc Tower damage. What about Runestone Tower? That's also damage. I mean, Runestones are a big part of our... Oh, all of these are damage. Okay, so we kind of don't want Frost and Shadow Towers. Let's go with Runestone Tower. Generates gold per kill. Statue bonus. Oh, okay. Okay, let's grab that as well. Perfect. So this area is still not working as intended. Oh yeah, we cannot upgrade. Hopefully only for... Yeah, no, not hopefully. Just for 4 waves. Okay, got it. I think we can go a little bit risky and just grab some more outposts. Kind of like this outpost mechanic. Beautiful. And we can even put down a tower. Yeah, this location over here didn't make any sense. By the way, Raven Tower. Same question. Have you seen this before? Raven Tower unleashes destructive shots over a massive range. Okay, I might build this if we can mass build them at any point, but for the time being, I just want to focus on what we already have. Just building up these locations. Okay. Next up. The ongoing research? Yes, that is completely true. Okay. Outpost costs? Yes, go with those, because I want to build more outposts. Even though by the time that ends, we're going to be very close to the boss. And I might not be confident to start building. Okay, this is starting to fall apart very quickly. By the way, this is kind of what happened previously at wave 28, is that it just suddenly all fell apart and a lot of things got through. Further increase, we're focusing on the same unit. I think we absolutely need that. Okay. Man, it's awesome that you can just step away and nothing happens. There's no limit or something. Limit or anything. That would be pretty bad. Okay. Let's get our focus back. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think we need freeze in this location as well. So this is not completely done. Perfect. Could go for some extra spell damage. Especially because that will translate into Runestone Tower damage, which is awesome. More energy, I mean, it's probably worth the 70 gold, isn't it? Guild Hall starts with 10. Okay, this will be a nice meta progression for the future. Reduces outpost costs by a lot. If we invest a lot of wood, I think I'm gonna invest all the wood. All the wood possible. Good. Okay, this is fully done. What's this? Well, this is the market. don't think we've ever been here before. Reduce the prices of relics offered to you by 25%. Only for 8 gold, are you kidding me? Next common relic you buy in the market is free. Every purchase in the market increases the chances of higher rarities. Are you kidding me, man? This should have been picked up immediately. Oh, so this is the Oracle. The Oracle allows you to choose various modifiers every 5 waves. These effects apply for subsequent 5 waves. The first selection occurs at wave 4. Okay, I grants you 1 rerolls for your next Oracle choice events. Adds 1 banish for Oracle choices. I'm not entirely sure yet. Let's grab both of these. Absolutely, I should have picked that up like 10,000 ages ago. This, I'm still not sure if I'm gonna go for that many workers. I mean, of course, that's usually the best option, is to grab a ton of workers, and that's it. Kind of freeze over here as well. This will also be frozen, and then it will come down, and essentially this entire area should be frozen. I mean, that covers a large area, doesn't it? Volcano mortar here as well. Okay. Man, these are, like, I said I was gonna build up this location, but then I didn't. There's 10% of the last building cost. Resources return only 7 wood. Oh, shit. I'm gonna demolish it for 7 wood. Okay. Man, I'm not sure. I feel like we need a lot more towers in this group. Now with these big tank units, the earth golem. I can freeze his ass at least. Okay, these guys have block, and they have armor, and they are regenerating health. I wonder if you can do... Can you even do anything against health regeneration? You just have to go with, okay, that's gonna happen, and that's it. Eternal Frost, deal 250 damage to enemies within the radius. Freezes for 6 seconds, compared to our current 3 seconds. Or 400 damage to enemies within huge radius. Inflicts snow. Adds a strong icy death effect. Problems, I don't know what... oh, it's right there in the right-hand side. Perfect. Beautiful. Icy death, increasing DPS within the radius. Ooh. So we'll deal more damage to them. And this is apparently a huge radius. Only problem is we won't be able to freeze the enemies completely. I mean, that freezing could potentially be huge. Imagine if we froze the boss 2 times. Plus, we can even... Wait a second, don't we have an upgrade somewhere over here? Yeah, spell energy further increase. So technically, we could freeze the boss 4 times if I pick up the spell energy. 4 fucking times, man. In the middle of all this. Man, I really don't know. And for 6 seconds, so that's like 24 seconds of... Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Do let me know if that's not a good choice here. Tower construction cost minus 5%. Okay, I mean, that's good. Each worker generates 8 gold, so that's gonna be 8 times 8, 64 gold. Okay. We're already generating, 8 times 4. I mean, so here's the thought process. This will scale, this won't. So I'm going to go with tower construction costs. Because that's always going to be 5% of the tower price. And this is always going to be 64. So maybe that 64 is, and a few waves later, is going to be like nothing. Instant or quick chance, tornado tower damage. All of these are good, man. But I mean, arrow tower fire rate could be huge. Even further increased. Okay, how much more? Oh, 2 more waves until we can upgrade these damn towers. Okay. Let's grab more towers. And we can expand further down here. Runestone, runestone, freeze, arrow. And let's grab... We're running out of stone, so I want to invest in stone. Okay, that was our total investment in stone. And we can just build this. Plus we could grab this forge, which further increases by 10%. So many options. So many insane options. And he will also have a ton of gold. A second tower type benefits from all the statue bonuses. In return, the statue power is reduced by 5%. So we can bless another tower. Yes, we got another point. Arrow tower or the AoE team? Oh, this might be a bad option, but I'm gonna go with the AoE, guys. Towers boosted by the statue represent at least one of the banner choice. Yes. Yes. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. We're getting close to the shitstorm. Let's focus over here. What's happening? Oh, we're actually taking out a lot more than we did in the previous round. Oh, I didn't pick up the +2 spellcast. Okay, need to do that.
Research completed.
Okay. I'm gonna lie, that voice line just came out of nowhere the first time it happened. Because nothing else is technically voiced except for the tutorial guide that just mumbles. And then suddenly this. Okay. +1 banish. We don't really have a tower. Well, in the very back, yes. I mean, yes, we do in this group over here. Okay. Research at the... And now we know what that is. Oh, it even shows us. Oh. Okay, that's awesome, because the base damage will be increased. Hell yeah. And one more round, then we can finally continue upgrading our damn towers. Noise, dude. Druid House restores life points. 25 wheat to restore 5 health. Or nothing. And we can just go for that. Restore 5 health. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're not doing good on workers, but shit. More weakening, maybe. Maybe that's the play. I wonder. And more DPS. We need a constant stream of DPS coming from this location. Now this is insane, but we can afford it. We can very much afford it. Volcano Mortis should be in the back. Okay, of course we still cannot upgrade the damn things. Okay, more outposts. Gotta focus on economy as well. Now we're very close to the shitstorm. 2 more rounds and we are facing against the other boss. Okay, 342 stone. Nope, no ongoing research. Okay, that's very nice. If you're a dumbass like me and you constantly forget. Per tower type in usage. Yes. Let's not forget that the guild hall also had a ton of gold, so just in case we need like a big burst of gold, we can do that. Okay. Okay, purple shields. Let's see what our lonely tower, who is focusing on shields, or barriers I should say. Not bad. Okay, so they're getting through, but that's the whole point. Weak units can get through. That's not a bad thing. Then we have a bunch of tornadoes, arc towers, and all that shit. Look at that. Well, the problem is for the last 4 waves, we haven't upgraded any of the towers, right? Because we had this. But we've increased fire rates, I guess. And now everything is getting upgrades. Perfect. The amount of resources increases exploring new territories. Or further reduce the research. Just further reduce it.
Completed.
Okay, and that was the further reduced research. Spell damage to runestone towers. So the total amount of spell damage that we have, which is currently 148, 16% of that will be... I think this is still just so good. Okay. I thought the game crashed, dude. That was fucking scary. Okay. So we could further increase the productivity of our workers if we get the brewery. But the problem is that right now we really just want to build towers and upgrade towers because the boss is coming. Wait, we discovered this icon last time around, didn't we? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna focus on like the 5s. This is Frost Tower. Arrow Tower. Let's get some penetration because I'm pretty sure this boss is going to have penetration. Or armor, which we can counter with penetration. Frost Tower, we need to freeze everything. The problem is I cannot see the towers. We need more runestone towers against this boss. Good thing is that the range actually scales pretty well. Penetration. You might need penetration in all these locations. I don't think we're going to be building new towers, guys. I don't know, it just feels like we don't have enough firepower. I'm not sure why I feel that way. We can just add a few of these in the back. Probably a few of those Raven towers, or what are they called? Checking those out would have been a good idea. If you fire it and that's it. I mean, we can put it down. But there's a massive range. Like I said, we may have seen this. 1500 damage. Let's go for some penetration. You go for the boss. Oh, yeah, we've definitely seen this because I've said this. Focus priority. I just don't remember. Okay. I mean, that's a little bit concerning, not gonna lie. But it is what it is. No ongoing research, yes. All towers. 100% crit damage. Yeah, getting that university is actually huge. Okay, the moment of truth. And I didn't pick up the spell shit. Oh my god, I forgot about it. We can only cast the spell twice now. Okay, Thunderclash. Okay, it's coming over here. I'm gonna slow it down. Okay, so first freeze going down. Second freeze. We don't need a second freeze. That's how we roll, boys and girls. Okay. Okay, that was a lot smoother than I had anticipated. And now these guys didn't deal any damage, so that means they got an extra 5% damage. Okay. Wow. Those are much smoother. And we might actually get to wave 28 again. Could be. Let's grab a new worker. Kind of feels like a big investment getting a new worker this time around, but that's okay. Okay, chest. Worker productivity per hired worker. That would mean we have 9 workers. 48%. That's a lot. Damage to slowed enemies is multiplicatively increased to 125%, slowed by bleed or frost. Okay. That's also pretty damn good. Oh man, that is amazing. So once again, the dilemma, do we want to go with eco or potentially a shit ton of damage? Let's go with eco because we can build towers that will equally deal a shit ton of damage. Effect and duration, absolutely, that's what they're built for. Okay. Very good. Yes. Extremely good. More runestone towers. I mean, even if we need to manually burn a lot of gold to increase the range because these hexes are shit, it doesn't really hurt all that much at this point. Okay, so we're increasing the fire rate. Could probably switch over to penetration from this point on. And just manually grab a few of these base damage. Because the reason I like base damage is because that will always happen, right? So it's not like it's not tied to anything. Man, this chair is shit. Isn't there an upgrade for chairs? Here I probably want a little bit more freeze from this point on. Yeah, because that's just huge, the amount of freeze that we do. And plus, you can literally freeze them. And I once again forgot to get... Should I write it down? Is that what's happening? Do I actually need to write it down to pick up the damn upgrade for the spell casting? No, we're gonna pick it up right now. There we go. Holy shit. Each boss skill. Nice. Now we're gonna grab the brewery. Because 5 wheat per worker per wave. Okay. But we can... Now consumes 4 wheat. Increases beer productivity bonus. Oh, that's big. The first beer production per game is... Okay, and then we can enable this. And look at the difference. Especially in the... Yeah, I mean, look at both of them. It's like 60. Okay. Beautiful. We can probably send 1 worker and that will be a huge difference as well. Yes, because then, even if it's just 1 worker, right? This will... Yes, no. Oh, wait, this one didn't actually have. Okay, whatever. I don't know. But it's good. That's the point. More shadow towers, I say. And of course, more runestone towers. And then we're gonna go with frost towers. I don't want to forget about this area. Because then suddenly, you know, they will get through and I'll be like, shit. Okay, we have 8. Hex of 8. Okay. Not much else we can... Well, it's not entirely true, is it? Can do a little bit of upgrading. Manually. Okay, demolish that. Let's not do that. Increase the range. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay, wave 27, we are 1 wave away from our current record. Okay, we have 2 more freezes. Let's not forget about those. Beautiful. Okay. And we have the crazy research. More increasing. Increase that to eternity. Ignores barrier. Ooh, it's actually... Oh, wait a second. This guy ignores the barriers. Hold on a minute. That changes so many things. Plus, we're not doing too good on wheat. Because if it ignores the barriers... Hold on a minute. Then if we focus on the barrier carriers... Then it's just going to take them out. Take out the barrier carriers. And that means no more barrier. We should just spam a bunch of like Raven towers somewhere in the middle of the map where we can hit the most. Maybe over here. Oops. I mean, this is a huge experiment right now. I just want to validate if I'm correct. Oh, fuck. Okay. So 1 penetration because they're most likely going to be armored. And actually want to take the configuration of this and apply for all the Raven towers. Like I said, I'm not sure if I understand this correctly. Hopefully I am. Let's increase the fire rate as well. We want this to just essentially shoot the barrier carriers unless there's like a boss. Or actually, should we even care about the boss? I don't think we should care about the boss. We should just focus on barriers. And, you know, they're just going to start shooting at all the barriers. Take out the barriers, and then we can go... And then the rest of the gang will deal with, like, heavy-hitting targets. Okay, I want to see what this... I want to see what this does. Yes, research. Statue power plus 20%. Outpost radius plus 1. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's see. Okay, already that's a whole lot of damage, but I want to see what happens to the barriers. I mean, kind of what I wanted. Except we don't have enough damage just yet. Okay, now they're getting that far. Oh, by the way, this is going to be the record, no? Yes, because we survived wave 28. We didn't survive wave 28 before. New record, guys. Congratulations to us. Beautiful. Relics at the markets. Oh no, that's disgusting. We picked this up for free, and then the rest of the relics will cost 20% less. Basically, these are for free. Whenever you cast a spell, gain 4 gold. Okay. Grants 10 wood. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to read what they do, because it doesn't matter. Let's go with fire rate for all the Raven Towers. Insane, dude. That is insane. Forge costs an insane amount of resources. But surrounding towers will 50% more than, or no, I wish 10%. Oh, there's actually a spot over there. Yes, okay, so that's gonna be a runestone tower. Okay, crit chance. Did I misclick that? Why did I go with crit chance? Hold on. May have been actually a misclick, and that's a horrendous thing. I'm pretty sure I didn't want crit chance for runestone tower, or at least I don't actually know why would I want that in the first place. Okay, one more Raven Tower. Base damage, penetration, fire rate, all that good stuff. We have infinite gold at this point. Smelting. Forges can now demolish and smelt surrounding resources, increasing the forge damage bonus by plus 2%. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Trading. Here are the damn trade ships. Okay, guys. We found the trade ships. What does this do? Generates a lot of gold per wave. Damn it. I thought you can only just trade resources here. And we can even increase... Oh my god, there's so many things. Increases resource yield from chests. I should have picked this up at the beginning of the game. Earn 20 gold per wave with trading ships. Yeah, that's gonna be 300 gold. We don't even need a worker in that. Look at that. Now it actually makes sense to do this for one, the feast, and then also getting the workers, because now the bonus per worker is so huge. Actually makes sense to do that. Man, the damn market has a lot more things. Okay. Okay, so now we're at a personal record. I don't even care what happens from this point on. I'm super happy about this, and we're discovering so many things as well. And the barrier carriers are getting shit on. Look at that. Oh, these are red barriers. Hold on. Let's check this out. How much is a red barrier? Can I see that? Oh, because I can't click on them. What about now? Oh, 50k barriers. Oh my god. That is disgusting. What's insane is that they're not even breaking through this point. This defense. Oh, now they are. I shouldn't have said that. What the hell are those? Hold on, what are these? Are they just armored so much that basically nothing takes them out? What? That was insane, guys. They like absolutely went through everything. I'm pretty sure that killed us last time around. Okay, you know what that means. It means we are going crazy this time around. Even damage from those. Burning all that resource. Okay, volcano mortars as well. And penetration at this point is a must-have. I'm actually going to switch over. These guys are getting penetration, that's good. What about the fire rate? Oh, that's bad. Oh, but these are the ones that ignore armor. Okay. So that means they should have a better base damage. Shit. That was a mistake. I'm going for those. Okay, we need even more stone. Let's look for some good hexes. Do I see any good hexes? I will see 7s. I'll do the best. both in fees. Or a worker. I think I'm gonna go with a worker. Yep. Oh, we don't have... Yeah, we don't have enough for a feast. Okay. That's okay. No worries. Wave 30. Bro, we never been at wave 30. Darkwhisper, the Veiled Master. Okay, now that definitely sounds like someone who's gonna absolutely destroy us. Plus it's orange. What the hell is orange? 100,000 barrier and 140,000 HP. GG, guys. But still extremely fun. When we come back to the next episode, we will try to improve on this. Because this is just insane, bro. I mean, we can freeze his ass for sure. When he gets close. Wait, no way. Oh my god, Achievement Overlord, defeat the 4th boss. We did it. Wave 30. Wait, what is this? Hold on. Which end do you choose? Congratulations. You have mastered all the regular waves and completed the game. End the run and go to your game statistics. What? Why the hell would I want to do that? Enter Endless mode. Warning, the mode is extremely difficult and serves to measure against strong hordes of enemies. Only suitable for experienced players who want to put their builds through their paces and or climb to the top of the leaderboard. I mean, I get it, but what the hell is the point of exiting the game now? That we're just building stuff up. Like, why would I pick this? Like, okay, we did this and now GG, go back to the main menu, uninstall the game, close your Steam account, sell your PC, move to another country, or, you know, endless mode. Uh-oh, now things are gonna be serious, judging by the sounds. Man, this is awesome. Okay, so that means from this point on, endless enemy defense. Grants enemies a special protection that lets them take less damage from all sources per wave. Current value 0%. Endless spell scaling increases the base spell damage for every wave from wave 31. For Lightning Surge and Chaos Storm, only 77% of the bonus is applied. Okay. All building construction costs fall by 60%, but not for towers or outposts. Question is, we don't even have anything to build. Well then, next elite enemy drops 2 chests. Increase the critical damage of all Raven towers. Each kill from the Shadow Tower has a chance to inflict the Victim Trail. Or each Frost Tower's Frost Nova has a chance to grant +1 energy for the current wave. Let's go with the Victim Trail. I'm not sure how many kills the Shadow Tower is actually getting. Oh, this one got 65. Okay, well then... Sheesh. Okay, so this is endless mode now, guys. And this also kind of... I think this means that we have unlocked that game mode in the middle that we didn't have access to before. Okay, man, this is awesome. We did it. We can even penetrate with this, doesn't matter. Penetration, absolutely. I mean, that's a shit ton of base damage, otherwise it's not really worth getting. Okay, Stonemason. And then I'll step out and be right back. Okay. Should we build one more arrow tower? I'm not sure. We could do some upgrades, speed things up. Or do upgrades even further, I should say. Okay, a little bit too loud for me. Okay. Well then, let's keep going. Let's see how tough this is going to get. Probably very tough. Let's see, the Raven towers in the middle are doing work. It's really the barriers that I just want to take out. And now all of these are like red barriers. Oh shit, they're getting through. Let's freeze them. Let's freeze everyone. Freeze them even more. Wait a second. Hold on a minute. So let's finish the wave and then... Wait, who is leveling up? Wait a second. Man, I can't really tell. No, this is the arrow tower in the back. Why is this leveling up? Oh, I see. So we have completely maxed out on accuracy. And so this no longer levels up automatically, obviously, because this completely ignores block from this point on. Okay, I didn't know that you can actually reach a max level, which completely ignored that. Okay, so then let's go with penetration from this point on. Okay, interesting. So what I don't understand is how the hell did we get back up to 30 HP for the village shield? Because I remember once we did do a healing, but that only healed 5 HP, and I believe we ended up being with 28. Is something passively healing our shields? Wait, increases the choice of legendary. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this. This is completely unrelated. I'm just gonna grab it. Wait, is there something actually here? Oh, the regeneration of the village shield's life points is increased by 1 per wave. Oh, okay, I see. So not only you can heal it by yourself, but you can also do that. Okay. Houses increase the population limit by 1 more slots. Wait, even now? Oh my god, I did not know about this. I thought we can only have 10 workers. I thought this was just like a good early game thing, you know, like you have like you have like 2 houses and that will cost as 2 more or count as 2 more. I didn't know you can actually go beyond 10 workers. Oh my god. Guildmaster hire 12 workers in 1 run. Okay, well, that's a big one. And 150, you know, I'm just gonna go for that. 154. Okay, so that's gonna be 200, 310, 322 in total. 322 in total. We cannot do that, but we can do half of it. Okay, so that means 2 more rounds and we can have 2 more workers. Insane. Okay, we gotta work on this. Completely forgot about this area down here. That's bad. We have a 7, we have an 8. Oh, we have a 9 back there. Okay. Could do maybe a double. I mean, 2 out. Build 15 outposts in 1 run. Pioneer expansion. I'm just reading out these achievements because you guys don't see it because I'm doing game capture and not full screen capture. You're wondering why it's beeping. It's because of that. I probably should have... Yeah, going for the barrier damage is actually a stupid thing. 1 more worker. Probably in gold because I want to get to upgrading these manually and upgrading them a lot, in fact. Okay, we have burned through all of our resources. Usually that's a good thing. And actually, I just realized that we have reached the edge of the map. We have can no longer explore. And this is it. We're always going to come from those locations. Oh, these guys are not dying. A little bit of freezing. I mean, that wouldn't really do much. Uh-oh, they got through. This is it. Or maybe not, because that is insane DPS right there. Sorry, I'm shouting because the game is extremely loud for me. They still didn't get through. Holy shit. Every single round is now a new personal record. And okay, wave 32 cleared. God damn. No, we can no longer improve the frost ability. That's a disappointing one. Chaos Spark. Oh, Gurgen's barriers, look at that. Or ignores the barrier. No, I want to take out the barrier. Okay. Tower construction cost further reduced. Hell yeah. Or wood per worker in lumberjack. And that's not really that significant. Let's go with this. Okay, no mortar damage. Arc tower fire rate. Yes, I want to work on these guys in the back as well as these guys in the front. I mean, to continuously freeze them. I mean, we should just probably start building outwards. putting freeze over here, then putting some more runes. By the way, if you hold down shift, you can place multiple of the same one. Let's go for penetration. Let's switch over to penetration for now. Everything. If that gets maxed out, so be it. Well, not so weird. That's probably a stupid phrase to use. That's good. Okay, every single spot should be filled up back here. Dude, this is awesome. You can keep going forever. That would have been super disappointing. You know, at wave 30, if the game would be like, okay, well, you did that. Congratulations, and it's over. Where were these tiles before? Wait, are these tiles changing or something? Because these weren't here before, that's for sure. Interesting. Okay, we have food. That's one worker, and then the next pop is going to be the other worker, which actually 160. Nope, we need 3 workers in that. Okay, and more gold would be nice because there's more manual upgrades. I forgot about this. I think I'm gonna burn this. Burn 700 gold. Okay, well, sit back, grab yourself some lunch or something because we're gonna be here for a while. I think burning all these resources. Penetration is a must-have at this point. Every tower that doesn't have some penetration abilities are technically useless, I think. Base damage is just so huge. Okay, burn through all that. No ongoing research, of course. Outpost resource production further increase. I want damage. Tower plus inflation or statue. Let's go with the statue. Statue bonus. Okay. We did get a lot of upgrades. Damage wise. Yeah, if they get frozen, that's good. There's not enough freezing going on, it feels like. Oh, they're getting through. They're getting through. This is it. Won't be able to stop them, especially those guys. Okay. Well, I just want to see what they have. Well, nothing extra. It's just armor. It's 40%. That's what. I mean, that is significant. And 15,000 HP. Okay, let's see the end. Valhalla Vanguard. Reach the Valhalla rank in normal mode. Mystic Fury, something. Well, I want to see this actually. Mystic Fury, deal over 250,000 damage with spells in run. Okay. Choose your reward. Lighthouse, regularly send workers on missions to earn rewards. Or Sacrificial Altar, allows you to sacrifice workers to obtain powerful relics. Let's send them on missions before we kill them off. Ooh, look at that, we are at Valhalla rank. Is that good? Oh god, I'm still only 10,000. Jesus, that's like... Well, I mean, we were way less, right? But... Okay, we're getting there. 10th, I don't even know where it was previously. Okay. What's this? Nothing. Okay. To obtain the Valhalla rank, we need 3,000 plus score, and we got that. Okay, and these guys, the masters, are 10,000 plus. Look at their DPS. And resources. Okay. Uber pros. Dude, this game is awesome. I can't really emphasize that. It's so much fun, and we are still discovering a lot of things, even though now we're kind of built up everything, but now we unlock the lighthouse, which is also going to be a new thing. I think we didn't even unlock all the towers, did we? Oh, there's actually one more with the synth icon. Okay. Insane. Got to wave 32. We did the last boss, and now we're going to... Actually, one more thing. I want to see what's this in the middle. Ascension mode. For pros, adds additional challenges with each ascension. And then we have the Meta Plus mode. Use your honor to develop a skill tree specifically for this game mode, harder than the normal mode. Should we check out one of these next time around? We could. Okay, we'll see. We might check out what this Ascension mode is, or the Meta Plus mode. I'm leaning towards Ascension. Or let me know in the comments which one you want to see. Or we can just play normal mode in Endless mode. Yeah, awesome stuff, bro. Thank you very much for watching. This is actually insane. See you guys next time.